Okay. Let's see. Crap. Whoa. Yep. Okay. I hate these pumps. Okay. Can't get a link. Can I get a link? Can I get something? What's happening? Can I get a link? What is happening right now? What makes it so difficult to freaking get the link? Copy. Paste. Okay. Ah, okay. Hope that worked. Yeah, very fast dump. I should use this mic instead. Yep. This connects to a phone, which doesn't make sense. Oh. kept on dumping from yesterday. I don't know. Look at that. QQQ dumping hard. FSR stays up. It's ridiculous. If you have any questions, you could just ask it in the chat here. I want to figure out what our next moves are. Alright, I'm just gonna hold that anyways. I feel like Beyond is a good stock to get into right now. Not a fan of that candle though. Yeah, not a fan. How's it going, everybody? Can you guys hear me? Cool. Just waiting for FSL to dump again. Just like yesterday, might just do a double top, and then dump down. Alright, I don't know, did a lot of you guys get into the calls from yesterday? Yeah, we're still in XLU. No reason not to be. Very oversold with holding this level of support here. Hopefully it bounces back up. XPEV, still kind of remember I drew this line, still holding that triple bottom. It honestly, I wouldn't mind buying more XPEV. Would it be a bad idea to get more into XPEV? Yeah, honestly, the best way, guys, is going to be start recording. Yeah, waking up early is the key to being consistently profitable. You see a lot of these movements happen in the morning. Like, for instance, Apple, right? Like, Apple, if you woke up early, maybe you got sold it here. If you woke up a little late, hopefully you guys are able to hold it. The SQ is good. Sometimes you get lucky and you'll be able to hold it. You'll be able to hold it, but usually for me, I like to take profit in the morning and then kind of find new trades. Look at this, FSLR's pumping up today. Kind of, hopefully it does the same thing as yesterday, right? Pumps up in the morning, pumps up, and then dumps down. Honestly, I don't see how this is a all-time high stock when the entire, and then when everything else is going down. Unless QQQ is going up, yeah. XPEV. Not a bad idea to get into XPEV. The support area, let's extend XPEV a little bit more. Where are we at? Right, we're here. Oh, let's do this. Price range. Usually doesn't hang around here that much, but this could be, if we hold on to longer XPEV calls, we might be able to get some profit out of it. I know that we took profit up here for a little bit, but now not a bad idea to get into it again. Let's do that. Right now, China's doing really well. All Chinese stocks are up. Yep. EO just kind of hanging out here too. The Yeah, out of everything else, I like XPEV the best. Perhaps it's time we get into some more calls with XPEV. Let's see what we can get into. Let's see if we get some calls with XPEV. Their earnings didn't do so well. It happened here too. Now it's popping off. Let's get some time on it though. Let's get some October 21s. These I want us to hold for a while. So let's do 22. Hold on to these for a while. So here's the option I'm getting into. Alright guys, didn't get much sleep last night and had to be up for this October 21st, 2.5 at 88.88. These are the option calls that I'm getting into right here. XPED, October 21st, 22 at 88. Right, that gives us all this time to break out of this pattern. And I think the support will hold very well. So let's not be impatient. Let's get into these. So I need to send this message out to you guys. Can you guys hear me or no? Can you guys hear me well or not really? Can you guys hear me? Wait, what is this? Why am I not getting the... Here we go. This probably will help. Alright. Can you guys hear me better now? Okay, perfect. Let's I'm gonna give this one time to go up. Alright, let's see what is going on in the rest of the world. SLR 4.20%. Hopefully do the same thing, right? Pump up. It's kind of like exactly what happened here. Pumps up, dips down, pumps up, dips down, pumps up, dips down, pumps up, dips down. I'm not worried. Let me know if the volume is better. I'm first time using YouTube, right? Let's see here. Where am I? KuCoin. So if you guys want, I am going to start doing crypto callouts where we could all just short and long with KuCoin. So that will be coming soon, and that will be, of course, free for you guys. Let's analyze some other charts. I'm not super worried about FSLR. These pumps are from price upgrades, but rarely I mean, price upgrades are not the best way you should be trading. These guys are always putting out random numbers. Let's be honest here. They took a huge dive today. Chewy. Okay. Okay. CFEI. CFEI not bad. Holding very well. What are we looking at? Beyond. Oh wow, Beyond took a huge dive down. Let's do this to BDC. Oh, look at that. This is a good one right here, see? Double bottom right here, support holding very well. So I think I will also get into some WDC calls. Might be able to get a quick scalp on these, but everyone see this support line right here on WDC? Do that straight? No, do that straighter. Or actually, I'll do this so you guys can see it too. It's things like this that you want to look out for, right? Bottom here, and I have a green candle here. Obviously, it went down this morning, but I think we wouldn't be a bad idea to get in on these. So why don't we do that together and get in on these? Let's see, WDC. Again, I want to put some time on these, so let's get a month out. A month gives us enough time. You know what? I find that having a month lets us take profit early on, but I still want to be able to hold one or two contracts just so that I could continue to keep on profiting. For instance, when we had our SQ puts last week, we sold it around here. Some people actually managed to hold it onto the bottom yesterday, and they sent me a screenshot of like 500% gains. So that's why I tell you guys to trim. But if you are a new trader, don't be afraid to take profit early on. Now let's look at where we want to target it. So we have 42. Possibly want to go. We could probably beat this candle right here. So maybe let's go for a 45 just to profit on that. So 45 September 30s. 10 at 1.5. So this is the other one that I'm getting into. So you guys get it first. Of course, we have a lot of time on these, right? So 30 calls, 45 at 1.5, 1.45, 1.5 for WDC. Let's look at QQQ. How are they doing? They are not doing the best, right? Let's see here. Not that bad of a play though. Not that bad of a play. Cool. So I'm gonna send this out as well to everyone else. So we get the chart out. Oh my god. know how I could make these more exciting for you guys. It's something I'm just trying out right now. But yeah. If you're new, make sure you watch our introduction video. How's that SLR doing? Yep, still up there. Shouldn't be expecting too much, but it took us a while to get that dump we did it yesterday. Oh, God, sorry guys. Super tired. It's like QQQ is also starting its dump. Overall, kind of bearish on it, but the stocks that we picked for longs will be somewhat divergent from the overall market. So divergence means that even though the overall market does go down, the stocks that we pick will diverge, will separate from the overall movement, and maybe it will pump back up. Right. Also, guys, let's remember about risk management. So some of the signals, the signals I put out are very cheap. They're $100, right? So you shouldn't be going all in on those. Uh, let's watch the video together. I think I sent the message yesterday, guys. Please. Where was that message? Here it is. Let's look at this one, guys. So this is what we need. If you want to be a successful trader, this is what you need to be doing. Risk management, right? So I know today a lot of guys made a lot of money on SQ. A lot of guys made some money on Apple, right? Or actually, you guys should have made a lot of money on Apple too. SQ and Apple, right? You made about 50% of those. Does that immediately mean you put it all into the next trade? You don't, right? Take profit, take it out of your account if you want. I mean, just today I just took out $15,000 from last week's wins, right? So from last week's wins, I took out 15,000, put it in my bank account, and I don't trade that. That one I do whatever I want with it, right? Buy a new car, whatever, whatever. That's how you guys should be doing. I get this a lot where we'll have a good week, and then one or two trades will go really bad, and then you guys will lose your ass, right? So to avoid doing that, just play the same amount every single time. You don't have to get greedy. $100 a day extra is extra $3,000 a month, or actually no, sorry, 2,500 a month. That adds up. Just making $100 a day. Think about it that way. Don't get too greedy. All right, let's go back to the overall market. Right. Let's go on. Well, let's go in here. Lulu has earnings tomorrow. That's the tough one. That's a tough one. I wouldn't play earnings. So let's not worry about. Yeah. Nothing on Lulu because it's earnings, right? So earnings means that there is they're gonna release their earnings statement. So here's what you want to look at, right? Their expected earning is this. So they're saying that they did slightly better. The banks are all expecting Lulu to do slightly better than did last quarter. Did they do better than last quarter? I have to do research, see how many more people bought Lululemon apparel. But it was summertime, so actually, what quarter are they reporting here? Period ending July. So from July, right? So from here to here, this quarter, because they're always one quarter back, is what they're going to report. Remember that, okay. Thoughts on SPY puts. Let's see. Neo, yeah, cause see how I drew that a couple days ago. Well, I drew that weeks ago, and it's still holding onto this range. Uh, so it's gonna here it's consolidating heavily. So this is actually a good thing for us. The more it consolidates, which means it'll be a more violent direction, either up or down. And we do have earnings next week as well. Spy puts, not a bad idea, but we are already in. It has to kind of. I wanted to break below here before I get into it. So 398 is when I will get into spy puts. Nothing so far right now. Remember, we are in WDC calls, XPEV calls, right? XPEV calls, and we are in FSLR puts and ICLN puts. Those are the recent trades that we did this week. Oh, and then also CFEI, but that's stock and some options, but lottery options, mostly stock. And we got in pretty early. We got in around 1070, so we should be still profitable there. Okay. Super annoying. So yeah, now would not be a bad time to get into spy puts. It is a little risky though, and it will probably be a day trade. You wanted to have a clean break below this, which is kind of doing right now. Same thing with Amazon. Amazon and SPY will go hand in hand together, so you can't trade without the other. You kind of want to wait for good setups like we had a couple weeks ago. So some of the more strong setups here, this double bottom, this support right here, support, 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 support C. But again, held my thesis right. Uh, every time it hits this bottom line is when you gotta buy. We kind of missed the buy zone a little bit, but by yesterday, but doesn't matter. We have a lot of time. No, we sold our Cisco calls, and we're not cutting our XLU. Guys, if we have a lot of time, it's one thing to remember, right? I'm not teaching you guys this, but patience in the market will make you more money than anything else. Yes, you could take profits every single day, but being patient more often than not has made us more money. Right? Remember here, I drew all these lines I drew before, way before. This Amazon, right? Drew this line, and if you guys remember, we lost a lot of money on these puts. If I was patient, I would have been in profits because look how much more it went down. Right? What else is there? Like Apple, right? If you guys remember the videos I made on Apple, right? I remember I made like 5 videos on this. You look at the top side resistance, resistance. And I said it will go down. And what happened? The first day we got it, didn't go down. It actually went up. Second day actually went up. Third day went up slightly, but it still held my thesis line. Now it dropped down, right? We'll tell you when to sell. We're gonna tell you when to sell, right? Alright, let's see where we at. If it's still slightly dropping, need it to go down more, but we have some time. This one's probably the more riskier play that we took. Everything else you have plenty of time on. Absolutely nothing to worry about. If it's over 2 weeks, don't even mention it because you have so much time. recent ones we bought, we have 2 months and we have a month, right? Oh, goodness. If you guys know, there's Kenny. He's the one that does the Trade Tips EDU page for us, and we have people behind the scenes that help me out that just don't want to be public. Let me show you guys. You guys already fought. Oh, right. Obviously, that guy is not me. So this is our other analyst right here. Make sure you guys give him a follow. Check him out too. He's gonna be he posts a lot of educational stuff and technical analysis stuff. I'm just kind of the hype person behind it, but he's really good at this technical stuff. Let's see here. Everything's maybe gotten a little bit too early, but it's okay. Alright guys, see, my job is not to predict the exact bottom and exact top. My job is to make sure that in the long run, this is why I don't day trade. I don't like day trading because I have to get the exact bottom and the exact top. This case, I have I have 30 days for my thesis to come true that this is a double bottom. So, would I want 30 days or do I want 1 day? You know what I mean, it's different. Let's see what's going on in the world here. Okay. So right now we are at not at the support. The support will be down here some, but it's okay. Today could be a very slow day today too. Just because we had so much volatility the last couple days. We had this huge spike down Friday, and then yesterday it was this other spike down too. So today could be a little bit more balanced out. But remember, we also bought calls yesterday that I know a lot of you guys profited on today. Let's look at that for one more time. Just keep tabs on that because I know a lot of you guys are. There we go. See, does this pattern look familiar to this one right here? Kind of does. So that's why I'm not super worried. I know how volatile this stock can be. Let's see what else we're looking at here, guys. Beyond. I'm surprised XPEB is taking this long, but again, a consolidation is a good thing sometimes. But that's also why we bought a lot of time. So let's do this, right? Let me show you guys some good. Yeah, right. So what does it mean when it consolidates, right? So look here, right? So consolidation is when a stock trades within a range, right? So it doesn't go too high or too low, and it kind of stays within a certain period. If you guys can see that right there, that's exactly what XPEV is doing right now. It's staying in this range where when usually it takes only 1 or 2 days to bounce up, right? Now it's taking a couple more days to stay in this range, which actually could be a good thing for us in the long run. Same with Neo. Neo's actually doing it way worse. This consolidation zone is for almost an entire month now. It's been consolidating this area. You don't really see too much of that happening anywhere else. Where for an entire month it just kind of stays in one zone. Well, that means that it's gearing up for a really, really big move. And then, or I mean, it could also go down too, right? consolidated here, and it made a big downward move. But in our case, we're hoping for that consolidation for a big move up. Let's see here. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, guys. If you guys are here, make sure you guys do subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to grow it because TikTok is banning me now because I am not allowed to talk about any financial stuff on TikTok. So go us. So we're trying to grow our YouTube channel. So help us out. Make sure you guys subscribe. Thank you. So if you're talking about what we just bought right now, there's no reason to double down on it, right? Again, one more time, right? Yes, we are down. What is it? 17%. It's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. This support line is very strong. So even if it goes down here, I'm not worried, right? And we have until October 21st, until here. I'm almost gonna guarantee you there's gonna be a move on XPEV before this day. This will not stay here forever. And historically, we've also seen that this stock does not go below this level, right? So if you see those two things, then you can make a more educated guess that, okay, the stock doesn't really drop too much down from this level, and we see here that it's kind of still consolidating in this area, and we have this much time. We have that entire section of time, literally almost 2 months time for it to make a move. I think we could say reliably that the move will go in an upward direction, right? So consider that when you are trading is obviously I don't know the future, right? But you also want to think historically, your most educated guess, and with price action, what is a possibility of XYZ happening, right? Obviously, I'm not always right, but better to make educated guesses than just throwing your money at whatever. Okay. And that's part of the job, right? So thanks for subscribing and liking. Appreciate that. And that's part of the job, right? It's not that if I was 100% right, I wouldn't need to do this because then I would be a literal billionaire, right? Our win rate so far is about 70%. So 70% of the time, when I give you a signal, when our team gives you a signal, we will be in profits. The other 30% of the time, we will be in losses, right? So it's just a matter of playing the odds, right? If you're right 70% of the time, don't go blow your load on the first trade that you do, right? And that's the thing that a lot of you guys, a lot of new traders do that, is where, yeah, maybe the first 7 trades go well, and then the next 3 trades go bad. Then what happens? Did you lose all your money because you over traded? Yeah, because that's what a lot of people do. Let's look at let's look at let's look at this right here. Let's look at this. This is our trading chart for the entire month of August, right? And if you've been with us since August, you would recognize all these trades, right? Everything in green is everything that we've profited on. Everything in red is when we take losses. So if you joined at the right time, yeah, sure, we'll have 6 wins in a row. But then let's say you join here, it's bad down and down, you lost, and or if you went all in, sure, you 300% your money, but then you went all in on the next call because you're like, oh, these guys are so good. These guys are the best traders ever in the world. Let me go ahead and invest all my money in the next play that they give out. And bam, look at that, we're red now, right? That's why it's very important for you guys to do risk management, where you don't literally blow your load in one go. This is why. What software do I use? It's TradingView. TradingView. TradingView is better, but honestly, any charting software works. I know Webull has a good one, but I like to use TradingView because I get to do all these things with it, draw it out, and stuff like that. Okay, but that's the key thing that I want to make sure I teach you guys is risk management. This is available for you guys. This is public for you guys. You could track all of our trades. All of our trades we put on this sheet, and it's public for anyone to look at, to follow. When you first joined, we sent you this link, right? This one we update every single day. Not every. We update every couple days manually. Let's see here. Yep. So that's you guys are here. You guys are here in the morning because you guys want to learn. You guys want to make money. And I'll tell you this: the key thing about making money isn't these charts. It's literally the way you trade. Once you start locking down the way you trade, you're gonna be profitable, right? So, three things, right? Don't get greedy. Don't get emotional. Don't over trade. All right, let's go look at the charts, see what's going on now. If you guys want me to analyze a specific stock, let me know. If not, there really isn't too much going on this morning, and we also got into two different plays right now. So just keep that in mind. Oh, there you go. Done. Done deal. Uh, look at that, and it's going back up. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. FSLR also going up. So it looks like the overall market is also heading back up. What is this? Yeah. So we're in two puts, and the rest are in calls, right? So here's another thing that I want to tell you guys is about diversification, hedging your trades, right? Even if I believe and you believe that we are bullish 100%, that the market will do nothing but go up this week, I still want you to go against your every fiber of your being and buy a put. Why is that? Because in case you're wrong, which you could be wrong, then you don't blow your entire money and you actually profit on one of the trades, right? So that's why even though we say, hey, we're bullish or we're bearish, we're still going to tell you to buy at least 1x of the opposite, right? Remember last week when we were all buying puts on everything and we still had one AMD position, right? We bought puts on Amazon, we bought puts on Apple, we bought puts on Meta, SQ, all that stuff we bought puts on. Puts on ADSK, put, right? All these puts we bought here, and we bought one call on AMD. Why? Because in case I was wrong, at least we'll make money on the AMD, and we'll lose the money on the puts, but at least we're not 100% losing all money on everything. All right, enough about that stuff. All right, last minute questions. If you don't have any questions, I don't think there's gonna be much happening today. Right now, just me playing what I have so far, which is the WDCs that we entered today. We entered XPEF today. Other than those two, I don't really see too much going on in the overall markets. Or if it is, it looks bearish to me, and I don't. Oh, HRB. Yeah. so high up. AL, EVH. Cool. CFBI is kind of speculative, honestly. Nothing crazy there. They are merging. What is it? September 16th. So September 16th, I think, is gonna be when they merge their stock. I need to double check that number, but CFBI merger date. No date yet. Never mind. Yes, we are still in Neo calls. Mongo database, right? Mongo earnings next week. Uh, Nothing really here, right? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a clear direction. I'm looking for a clear trend in a direction, either going up or down. Right now, it did go down, right? Supported here. So right now we're in this kind of middle zone where it is kind of supporting, but the return on investment isn't really that high because yes, it could go up, but it could also go back down, right? So this is kind of a weird one, right? It could go up or down, and for me, I'm not super sure where it will be, even if I made an educated guess. So this is not a play that this is not a stock that I would get into because simply it is in that middle zone where it's a no man's zone. Where what trend do you see here, right? You don't really see a trend here because it just did a big volatile move up and then did a volatile move down. Held the support, so I don't really think it will go more down, but also I don't think it'll also go back up either. You know what I mean? So what I like to look at is the 4 hour chart, the daily chart, and then if I just want to see like minutes, small price action, just see what's going on, either the 1 minute or 5 minute, right? That's it. But because I am doing swing trades, I will look at the daily and the weekly, depending on how long my trades go for. If it's a day trade, then I will go for the 1 hour or the 5 minute and up, 15 minute, 15, 30, 1 hour. Okay, let's look at Getty together. Getty Image Holdings. Let's look at average volume. Under a million, that's not the best. And also, okay, so if I was to bet, and if you were forcing me to bet, I think it fills this gap here. I don't know why this huge gap here. Maybe there was some news. I'm not too sure, so I need to research that, right? And then if you look right here, oh, see, it's moving like crazy. Uh, if it breaks below the 1994 area, then I would just buy puts all the way down if I had to. But this is such a low cap stock. Uh, I could probably move this with if I put $50,000 here, I could probably move this stock like 0.5% up if I really wanted to. Just because it's such a low cap, uh, it's just small and low moving stock. I don't think it's really going to do much. So that's why I don't really bother with low cap stocks like this or these huge pumps because this I have no idea what happened unless it did research. Then I'll be like, okay. Yes, I'm still in FSLR. Did it go back up again? Uh, no. See, it didn't go. It's not going back up, but it's also not going down. But we have 2 weeks, so let's see how it plays out. And we have 1 week. Let's see how it plays out. Most days I will try to be on. Maybe sometimes I'll do it at the later, at the end of the day. Maybe I'll do it at the beginning. I know not everybody likes to get up in the morning time, so I will try to accommodate. Fix this mic here. Fix this. Yeah, it didn't work. I'll try to make it better if I can, but I want to accommodate as many people as possible to join on and jump in and ask questions. If they have any questions, but other than that, yes, I'm still in FSLR. Freaking Chinese stocks, man. Volatile as hell. It was at 4% when we bought into it. Now it dropped back down to here. Does that also mean everything else dropped too? No, it did not. Lee didn't drop as much. Neo is still at the bottom. So only XPEF took the hit. Unfortunate. XPEF should have stopped here, but it took an extra hit there. PDD. I'm familiar with this one. A lot of gaps to be filled. So what does that mean? That means that a lot of empty space for it to kind of go in, right? There's this empty space here, and you can kind of say this is kind of empty space. With such a massive move up, I think it went up 15% on earnings, dropped down, went up another here, went up again here. Uh, would I short this? Would I buy puts on this right now? Let's wait for the trend to change, right? So again, we don't have to buy the exact top. We want the trend to change. So like this is the trend, right? Almost straight up, but not really. Maybe tomorrow, maybe it'll break below this. That's when you would want to enter it. I mean, if this looks like a falling knife to you, then you don't have to trade it, right? But again, let's remember our option is for October 21st, which is 2 months' time. If you are out of a trade in 1 month, that expires in 2 months, in 1 day, or literally 1 hour, then you will not be a successful swing trader. If you don't have the patience to trade it, if you only look at the red and not the chart, you'll be screwing yourself over. And I know how it feels when you get emotional and all this other stuff. I get it. Don't be emotional. Look at it from a outside perspective. Has it broken this trend? Has it broken this trend? No. Has it broken the support? No. Once it breaks the support, yeah, then maybe I will sell. But as so far, the last 3 times it has not broken that trend. Trend here, trend here, trend here, trend here. Let's see what happens. Oh, I mean, I'm not a big fan of this thing just continuously dropping, but unfortunate for the bag holders. This is why the day traders get screwed, but the swing traders aren't going to get screwed. Right? Think about that. This is why we swing trade. Because even if it did drop, if this was a day trade, we would have lost 90% of our money, right? So far, we're down like 25%. But now, instead of having expiration next tomorrow or this week, we have 2 months of expiration time before we could sell. You see what I mean? This is why I like swing trading, because I don't have to worry about this, things like this. If it was day trading, I would be very worried. I would have been out of my position already. But because I'm not day trading, I could afford myself a lot of time to make mistakes, but eventually make profit. And how many times have that happened where we, on the first day, the second day it was red, and on the third day I'll be like, I told you guys, all you guys had to do was wait, and you guys would be in profits. Happen more often than not. Alright, so good question, right? How do I find stocks to trade? Honestly, this is what I'm doing in the pre-market, right? Pre-market at 4 a.m. I'm literally going through every single stock on my watch list. right? I'm seeing what social media is talking about. I'm seeing what Wall Street bets, what Twitter is talking about. Just kind of getting out an idea of what stock is out there moving. Add to my watch list, and then every day I just kind of go through it real quick, seeing what moves, what doesn't move. Right. I do have scanners that tells me what's moving in the pre-market. But other than that, uh, the best analysis you could do is when the market opens, because that's when the most volume comes in. But good question though, right? How much does the value of your stock change over time? It depends on what stock you're in. So give me a more clear question on that. I can help you out. Can you explain the text you sent? So Sanjay, I need you to watch our introduction video. If you signed up today, you got a link to our video. I need you to watch that video. Where is it? I need you to watch this video in its entirety. This is how you will learn how to buy an option and things like that. Okay. I could show a watch list, but a watch list is literally just saying here's what I'm looking at. But that literally changes like every time the market opens. You know what I mean? So a watch list is kind of is worthless. A watch is it's if I said, hey, watch these three stocks, right? Watch Tesla, watch AMD, watch whatever, right? What's the point? There is no point in me telling you to watch these things because, well, first of all, most of these things follow the market, and if it is moving in a certain direction, I will send you a text message anyways, because whatever I'm buying, I'm also telling you too, so that I'm not just sending these messages out just for you guys. I'm also buying everything that I send out. With that being said, AMD does look very bearish. Tesla also looks very bearish. Um, would I get some puts? Maybe I would look into some short-term puts. Do I think QQ will go down more? Oh man, this market is insane. I'm very happy that we took profit on those calls this morning. I'm not happy that XPEP went to red from 4% up. Not the not a fan of that one, but we'll see what happens. If it bounces off the 1791 again, then I will be doubling down and buying more. There's no point in me telling you how many contracts I'm buying. I'm only doing that for the $1,000 to $10,000 challenge. That's because that's we all know how much it is. Let's say I have $10,000 and you have only $1,000. If I buy three options because that fits my risk management, obviously that doesn't fit your risk management because you have half the money, so you'd only buy one, right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any sense for me to tell you how many to buy. What I will do is I will tell you I'm going heavily into one or I'm going light. So that should give you an indication of if you should buy a lot of it or if you should buy little, right? Good question. If a text says the certain option is 1.5 and is higher, is it still worth it? If it's within 5 to 10%, it's worth it, right? Or what you can do is just set the price and maybe it'll go and hit that level again and then jump back up, right? So if whatever price we tell you it's a little bit if it's only a little bit higher, just buy it. If it's like 20% higher, just set the price, and then if the stock goes back down or it goes back up and hits that level again, then it'll automatically buy for you, right? If it doesn't buy, then it's okay because you see every single day we're trading anyways. But that's just some food for thought for you guys. Market sell, just market sell whatever option you have. Don't put in the uh, middle price. Put in the lower price, right? What does it matter if you're up 50%? What does it matter if you only get like 45% profit, right? Profit's profit, and you want to be able to sell it as quick as possible. So don't try to find that middle. Don't try to find that perfect spot to sell. Sell at the lower end of the option, so you know that it'll get filled automatically, right? If something is, I'll give you an example, right? If something is 1.5 and 1.8, the middle is obviously 1.6, right? Obviously, middle is 1.6, or middle price 1.6. But why are you gonna trip over 10 cents, $10, right? Just set it at sell for 1.5, right? Oh, yeah, I knew that, but we have also 9:30 to fill this gap right here, so not tripping about that one. FSLR also heading down slightly, not as much as I would like, but there you go. I've been trading for the last 7 years, right? And it's been 4 years. No, yeah. I've been trading since I've been in the military, right? So I was in the Marine Corps. I've been trading there because obviously we all get free money from the military, and I don't go out as often or I don't drink as much, so I have all this money saved. So I've been trading for a while, almost like 7, 8 years now. And obviously I'm not like a 50-year-old guy that's been trading for the last 30 years. But what I am doing is, uh, what you should be doing is, the best traders are good at pattern recognition, right? Instantly, you look at a chart, you're like, this is good, this is bad. That's how you make those quick snap judgments, right? Look at this one, right? One more time. Let's share this chart. Instantly, you look at this, and what do you see? Instantly, just without even, without even anything there. What do you see? Boom. Instantly, you see there. I see. Okay, I see support here. I see support here. Yes, it is red, but it's okay because I think that's just support here too. Right. Here's my chart, guys. Here's our P and L. Here's this. This is our P and L. There's our win rate. On average, we're making about 23, 25%, just to round it up. But here's our win rate, and we have tracked it for the last year. Oh, that one's. Here's all our stats, right? Since we started recording our thing. Imagine this, right? If you are growing your account, every single month has been green, right? And that's because we're using proper risk management. We're not getting greedy, right? And we're making sure that we're taking our profits and taking it home. I'm not using my gambling winnings to gamble bigger next time. That's the gambler. We're investors. You gotta be smarter than that. But yes, this is full time job. Right. But this is what I want to show you here, right? Look at this, right? Some days I'm making 40%, 20%. Uh, what was it? My worst month was October at 10%, right? Let's, can we pull October here? Can we pull October? And what happened in October, anyways? Why was that so bad for us? So, what's happening in October? October. Oh, I guess it was this huge spike up. I think we were shorting it and just unrealistically just spiking up. Oh, these puts would have been very valuable now. Okay, so again, before we end it off here, just remember money calls are cheaper, and if we're also buying time without the money, it just makes more sense. You can get puts for today if you want. I do see a downside, but we already have puts though. We already have FSLR and we have ICLN puts. We already have those two puts that are really close by. If you want to buy more, you can. Sure, it's a little bit riskier because the market always bounce off. Uh, and then also we are in out the money. So why am I buying out the money calls? Right? Why am I buying calls out the money? Well, because we have this much time to work with. There's no point in me buying in the money calls when I know uh, if my thesis is right, it's gonna go up, right? As much as I like to be safe, I also like to make money. I do have classes in the Los Angeles area. We do have an event coming up that we are hosting. We'll be talking about that more on our TikToks and things like that. If you're buying puts, guys, remember what we were in yesterday? We did buy these ICLN puts, ICLN $22 puts, because I'm thinking the gap fill is going to happen here eventually, right? And they're cheap enough where anyone could get into it, and they're not as risky because, unlike SPY, the data is very low on these, so you're not gonna lose your load just because it moves 1%, right? All right, guys. I'm gonna end it here, right? We'll do it. We'll do more live trading and more live analysis, but make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. There's on the bottom somewhere. Just subscribe real quick because I am trying to grow this YouTube channel because our TikTok is now getting banned. Right? I think I made a video uh, about our profits, and now TikTok's very hard on all these financial TikTokers. So now we're all moving our platform back to YouTube. So help me out. Subscribe on our YouTube.